Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and July 23rd is going to go down in infamy as the day when AI turned against humans, so grab your shotgun and head for the hills because, oh no, this isn't quite as big as I thought. The Magic the Gathering Discord bot, which I've just found out is a thing, it must have been programmed to send out a link a little bit early. It's to an article that's not going live until Monday, but oopsies. Now here's the thing. You would expect a normal company that runs like a normal, high security information, like timing sensitive kind of thing, to hide their pages with some kind of security, like put them in a temp folder, then move them over, or have them on a test server, or have them on a timed FTP upload script, or anything from the 21st century at all. But this is not how Wizards of the Coast does things, or their contractor. And the last year and a half, so starting since about 2020, this is like the 5th or 6th leak that we've had on either the American or international websites for Wizards of the Coast, where they accidentally uploaded something early. Or basically leaked like a ban announcement ahead of time because they failed to obfuscate the URL, which I happen to know the CMS they're using has obfuscation built in. Look at the URL to any image on any page in any article. They add 10 digits of gibberish to it so that people can't brute force it. Otherwise people can just go like grab pictures of future sets or whatever. I mean, they're there, but if you don't know what the URL to it is and they don't have indexing on, then you're not going to get there. I'm probably just confusing a lot of people, but let me just summarize by saying Wizards website security management is shit and they refuse to do anything about it. And we're going to continue to have 1 to 2 days ban announcement notice because they refuse to just add like a letter or a number or a new word or another hyphen or literally any character at all to their ban announcement URLs. Well, here's hoping they get hit by the same damn weakness the third time. They clearly just don't care. I think the first time they were just like, oh, we generated a lot of buzz, and others like, well, let's not fix it on purpose. So anyway, what was leaked? Well, oh, before I tell you that, this is hilarious. So they do have a public versus private or IP locked visibility lock on pages just in case, which is why we know the ban announcement pages are there, but we can't access them. So this page now says you are not authorized to access this page if you try to go directly to it because they flipped the switch on that and secured it. But it didn't before because not only did they configure the bot wrong, but they configured the permissions wrong, which makes me think that this was initially supposed to go out today. And then they thought, oh, you only release bad information on a Friday. You release good, interesting information on a Monday. Everybody knows that. So then they probably changed it, but didn't change it in enough places. That's my guess. By the way, going to be live streaming in a second, and you guys didn't hear it, but I heard it in my headphones. I'm like, what is going on? I have Streamlabs OBS open, and shout out to Dark Angel Master, who just became a member of the channel for 4 months. It just lit off the whole shebang with the bass boosted Sonic the Hedgehog track and everything. I'm like, what is going on? So hey, by the way, if you want to become a channel member, you get all this cool stuff. They'll tell you what on the join page. You get all kinds of custom emojis, special icons next to your chat during live streams, which I will be live streaming later today, of course, like I said. And there's something I'd never talk about for some reason. It's my Patreon account, which is literally like almost completely empty. I don't really use it anymore because it's just used to get into my Discord server. So if you join that, you gotta register your like Discord email, or it has to be the same as the email used on Patreon or something like that. And then the bot will just give you like an invite permission to my channel, and then there you go. So we're all hanging out there. I mean, I preview content early. I take polls. I arrange interview. I mean, it's everything. I run the whole damn channel from there. So if you want to get in on some of that, I think the lowest tier thing is like $2 or something. I think that's high. I think you can put in a manual amount and still get in. I think my YouTube one starts at $1 actually too. So if you want to support me either way, could appreciate it. The channel's not making the same amount of money it is, or it was in the past. So I'm focusing less on it. If you haven't noticed, there's been days I haven't uploaded, and it's pretty rare to get 2 videos a day unless something big happens. That's because my other channels are starting to make money, and that's where I'm going. I go where the money is. So I'm not going to be that asshole saying, oh, I'm holding my content hostage unless you guys support me. I need more money. I'm going to stop making content because those people are e-bagging manipulative assholes. I'm just informing you of what's going on. But yeah, this channel will be dead within 5 to 10 years. So it's like, of course I'm going to hedge my bets and make a prepper channel, which is what I did, and a politics channel. I finally did that too. Well, anyway, back to this story. We found out that Jumpstart Historic Horizons is a thing. In fact, the article is titled Jumpstart Historic Horizon Packet Lists, which What do any of those words mean together? I know what they mean separately. What the hell are they doing together? So if you're not familiar, Jumpstart was their completely and utterly failed disaster of a product that I think still never got to Canada. Yeah, okay, COVID, whatever, but like, you're supposed to take two sets or two boosters, smash them together and play with it. It was completely unbalanced. If you got a couple like god tier packs, you would just wipe the floor with your opponent. And then they added it to Arena because why not? Can't make paper ones, can't distribute them correctly. And then they injected them into Historic, ruined Historic with all the Jumpstart cards. And now we've just got goblins and elves and a bunch of degenerate shit. So they've completely and utterly ruined the format to an extent that Historic Anthology only wished it could. So it's generally one of the most hated products made in the last 10 years. It's unbalanced, it's pointless, and there actually was some money in it, but there shouldn't have been because it was inflated because of the lack of products going out. So anybody dumb enough to buy the packs for their inflated price were getting ripped off because the singles weren't worth it, but the price was just naturally pushed up because of the lack of supply. So one of the most botched launches in all of Magic history, terrible product. So that's the first word. Then we got Historic, the worst format ever. It's just Modern trying to be, you know, crowbarred into Arena. Then we've got Horizons, which is basically code for a set where they reprint 50%, so it's really just, you know, Masters, and then come up with 50% brand new cards that they try to inject into a format manually. So like Modern Horizons, they tried to inject a bunch of new cards into Horizon and then had to walk it back and ban a bunch of them. Everybody was pissed and the product was awful. So MH1 was a disaster, MH2 was pretty bad. And then the last two words, packet list, honestly, I have no idea what that is. That sounds like some shipping thing. What is a packet list? Isn't that the thing I have to fill out to send shit to Canada? Or is that like something else? I don't know. Well, past the confusing title, the article stated, Jumpstart, Historic Horizons arrives August 12th exclusively on MTG Arena. So the place where it did the most damage and got the worst sales, that's where they're going to launch it. There is literally nothing Jumpstart about this, other than it's probably another Jumpstart stat. This is just an excuse to have a Historic Horizons, where they just take a Historic Anthology, but make it, 20 times bigger, and then shove all those cards down your throat simultaneously, because they are rushing at the highest possible speed to turn Historic into Modern, because nobody touches MTGO anymore, and all the other platforms that are, just ripoffs basically are free. Like Untap, Cockatrice, X-Mage, all that. Completely out of Wizards' control. Completely free doesn't make them a penny directly, makes them a fortune indirectly. But people, I guess, are still using Arena. That isn't the numbers I've seen, but okay, sure. My theory is the only people left on Arena want to not play Standard Constructed. So they're playing like Brawl, which is awful right now, or Historic, which is horrific right now. But some people are into like that torturous shithole of a high-powered format. It's not even high-powered, it's high synergy. There's a big difference. So high synergy turn 4 crap. Oppressive, unfun, don't even let your opponent play the game. Don't even let them, basically whoever goes first wins. That's just all the negative things about higher level formats. That's Historic. So anybody who's into that is a little in the head, in my opinion. But some people are into it. I mean, some people find feet attractive. I don't know what's wrong with their brains. Honestly, those people should be locked up. They're clearly perverts, but, some people, whatever. I can't dictate people's, what they do in their free time and what they enjoy. Some people enjoy Historic, they claim. But I can judge the shit out of them for it, and same with foot people. F you foot perverts. Same goes for furries, you bunch of fucking pedophiles. People eat spicy foods. Clearly, you don't have a functioning brain. I could go on, but this isn't a mega rant video. So let's just read this bullshit. I mean, we already know what it is clearly. So, Jumpstart Historic Horizons arrives on Arena and completely ruins everything August 12th, exclusively on MTG Arena. I guess I kind of filled that in. And with it comes hundreds of cards from Modern Horizons 2, and more, including 31 new to Magic cards you'll only find in this digital release. So they're shoehorning in basically 2 Historic Anthologies and 2 Horizon sets all into Historic simultaneously. What's the worst that could happen? Now remember, a bunch of cards from MH1 were banned from Modern. Just keep that in mind. It goes on to say if you're familiar with the original Jumpstart release on MTG Arena, so in other words, if you're not from Europe or Canada, you select from themed packets to build an overpowered or underpowered deck, which single-handedly determines the winner of any match that you might possibly play before you even shuffle. Can we just all agree that I'm not reading the verbatim version of this? I'm parodying it a bit. I am not directly quoting Wizards in all cases. There, now I said it. Well, Jumpstart Historic Horizons ups the fun, I fucking doubt it, by introducing an exciting new dynamic to your packet picking. What is that? What is a packet? What is a packet list? What is packet picking? What does any of that mean? Does anybody know what this term means? So they say to your packet picking and deck building. Did they mean like selecting boosters? It sounds like packet picking. First of all, they're not called packets. They're called fucking boosters, you absolute cavemen. Holy shit, do you not know what your own damn products are called? But then again, they say premium instead of foil. It's foil. Everybody says foil. Drop this premium bullshit. Now that they have etched foils, they actually don't even know what the word premium means themselves. They've actually used it in many different ways that contradict each other. But anyway, they say now select card slots in each packet. Oh, so they do mean booster. It's not a fucking packet, it's a booster, you absolute fucking. Let me guess, because it's not a booster for a set, it's not a boosting thing for your deck building. Now you're gonna call anything else a packet. A packet is what you get that's full of homework, okay? A packet is like something inside of a briefcase that a boring person goes to some boring pencil pushing job to hand out to somebody who made defensive comment to a coworker, and now they need to get retrained in sensitivity, so they get a sensitivity packet. Packet my ass. We aren't buying Magic the Gathering packets. Nobody's gonna use that word. If you think, wow, you're really flying off the handle today, yeah, both my hands are severely injured. I can barely use my fucking computer, and it's 78 degrees in here because my air conditioning can't keep up with this fucking heat wave. And I had to turn my fan off to record this fucking video. So yeah, I'm replacing the word packet with booster on the fly because these idiots can't tell me what to say because I don't like it. I'm the customer. I'm right. Fuck you, wizards. By the way, let me know if you hate the word packet for a booster product or whatever, as well, especially if it's digital, it's not even a physical packet. And if you disagree, don't leave a comment. Shut the fuck up, you're wrong. Not to bias the discussion or anything, but I will delete your comment because you're clearly an idiot. So they say, now select card slots in each booster have a chance to be filled with alternate cards that fit the booster's theme. Oh boy. This means more card possibilities in each pack and more variety for your decks every time you play. Yeah, it just means more shit to collect if you're an obsessive, compulsive, like easy manipulatable customer. And also more fragmentation and more rarities and more things that don't have any parity with paper whatsoever. So more fragmentation, more confusion, more shit to collect and more shit to unlock, more stuff to confuse you, more stuff to confuse your opponent where they think, oh, isn't it that card? But it looks different. Oh, it's an alternate frame. Okay, where'd they get that? Who knows? Who cares? More reading, more wild cards to burn. Oh, wow, what a wonderful thing this is. For full details and event information, read this link that doesn't work anyway. We're previewing new cards in Jumpstart Historic Horizons over the coming week, so if you want to be among the first to see what's in the set, check out Desolator Magic's channel and hit subscribe, because he'll do a better job covering it than a bunch of fragmented assholes on Instagram and Twitter. You can also see what's new in the set with our Jumpstart Historic Horizons card image gallery, or just go to mythicspoilers.com. Or Spoiler, I forget. One's a spam site and one's the real site, so whatever. Below are the core booster lists in Jumpstart Historic Horizons, and each is followed by a table showing the alternate card possibilities. Reading across each row, you'll find the card names and their chance of appearing in that slot in the packet. If you're just going to put all the cards below, then 1, why did you say that they'll be shown later this week? 2, why do you have a link to a preview page? And 3, why do you have a link to a card image gallery? Well, we all know that both of those things that I just said are going to be empty. And then also you undercut the people previewing them by showing, what, all of them below or some of them? Or, I don't know, it did say hundreds and nobody gives a shit, so they probably are just going to give away 100 below when this launches. Somebody did screenshot this. There actually wasn't much here. They do say, where are the basic lands? Who in their right mind, after reading that this is an arena-only, digital-only product, would ask where are the basic lands? They're f***ing free in the deck building interface, you moron. You'll notice that basic lands aren't included in the booster list. That's another feature MTG Arena adds to this release. When you play in Jumpstart Historic Horizon events, you'll automatically receive a mix of basic lands based on the boosters you choose, balanced for the costs and activated abilities of on the spells in your packet. So, you know how many times you do a draft and they're like, no, you only need 16 lands, and you're like, you're out of your f***ing mind. I have an average CMC of 4.5. I need more than that lands. I need like 20. Well, now you can't override it. They're added for you. So good luck with that. I'm sure they got it right in every case with every combination. Even better, you'll also receive non-basic lands for play. It's not even better, they're shit. It's Secluded Steppe and Dismal Backwater, which is a cycling land and a life land, so great. Boosters you choose will add cycling lands from Historic Anthology 2, such as Secluded Steppe, or multicolored dual lands from Core Set 2020, such as Dismal Backwater. They're called life lands, you dumbasses. Of the appropriate colors to your deck, cycling lands for boosters with one color and dual lands for boosters with multiple colors. Even though they literally just said that above, they do reiterate if you haven't acquired these lands before, they'll be added to your collection, and these non-basic lands are considered before basic lands are determined for your deck. The order doesn't matter, only the total number. The order that you add them in makes absolutely zero difference whatsoever. And then Captain Jackass here took the screenshots, I guess stopped at the first booster list. I can't imagine only one was posted here, but it's called Animated. It has a card called Hard Evidence. Create a 0/3 blue crab creature token, then investigate. That's probably a new one, or isn't. I honestly don't give a shit. Actually, no, that is from MH2. I recognize it, because Mr. Krabs. Don't mess with the Crabbo, or you get the Stabbo. Then we got Floodhound, Burdened Aerialist, Animating Fairy, Skilled Animator, Hard Evidence, Rise and Shine, Resculpt, Witching Well, hate that card, Giant's Amulet, I can read, Icy Manipulator, and Ethereal Grasp. Which of those are new? Which of them are reprints? Don't know, don't care. I mean, there's only 31 new cards out of like 300 and some, so probably not many of them. Let me just translate all of this convoluted, illogical seeming bullshit. Buy more packs. Oh, you want a style? Buy more packs. Oh, you want to unlock these lands? Buy more packs. There, did that clear it right up for you? Compliments of the same dumbass bot that leaked this. We've got 46 distinct boosters to choose from. I guess they're not calling it boosters, they're calling it packets because you're not guaranteed to get the cards that are in it. So probably for legal reasons they had to change the name. I'm going to keep calling it a booster. You're opening a fucking booster. I mean, come on. So yeah, this is just another overpriced shit show. Nobody's even left on Arena. Nobody wants to touch Historic. It's complete shit. Adding 350 or whatever more cards to this is out of their damn minds. And nobody touched Jumpstart on Arena past the first couple matches where they're like, oh, okay, what packs I open completely and entirely dictate who wins. Because some are overpowered and some are gimmicky shit. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. So I guess there's all that stuff to say is if my air conditioning turns off one more fucking time, I'm going to throw it out the fucking window. What is it, overheating? Come on, the duty cycle on this is not 3 fucking minutes. I'm about ready to just go buy 2 bags of ice and just put them right down my pants. Which, of course, is the only thing I'm wearing right now to record this, and it's still too fucking hot. So for everybody in the winter who says, I can't wait for summer, it's so cold, oh, I don't even want to go outside. I am going to sneak into your house, okay? I'm going to drag you out. I'm going to lock the door and throw your keys up on the roof, and you can enjoy this wonderful summer heat wave that we're having with all the bugs and flies and mosquitoes and fire ants and what other plagues you have down south, especially the southwest. And if you assholes with your states perpetually on fire for like the 10th year in a row could get your shit together and stop spraying smoke directly into my eyes from thousands of miles away so I can actually see my fucking monitor, that would be great. We're gonna remember this shit when you're like, it's such a severe drought, we need to come drain water from the Great Lakes, because how'd that go last time? I'll stand on the border flipping you off myself as you sit there trying to, save your failed state with your failed climate that you didn't plan for correctly with your overpopulated cities. So anyway, not only is this gonna be the most like nobody touches it, nobody gives a shit thing ever, because to get all the cards from it, you have to buy like, at least, play sets? Let's just not even talk about play sets. Let's go one of. Probably between $50 and $200 worth of packs to get all of them. So this is the most expensive historic anthology ever, because that's what it is. Let's just cut the shit. Nobody's interested in Jumpstart because it's so unbalanced and crooked. And then this is going to force everybody out of Historic because now you update your deck, you drop your deck, you rebuild a new deck, all because, they just injected 300 more power cards into it, so now your deck's irrelevant, or you have to upgrade it or lose every match. And, you don't have 100 wild cards sitting around and all the good cards are in the rare slot? Oops, I guess you don't get to play Historic anymore unless you hand over, another couple $100 to generate another couple dozen wild cards just so you can keep playing Historic, because all this is a scam. It's just them moving the bar. They're like, you already got inside the theme park and they're like, actually you don't get access to these rides unless you pay us more money. Actually, this is more egregious than that. This is like, oh yeah, historic, okay, occasionally there's an anthology, okay, here's the pace of wild cards to keep up, okay, and then they just dump like 350 cards on you out of nowhere and put them in a product that you're not interested in the least. I mean, that's like charging you to get into the theme park and then charging for the bathrooms. And then also like charging you to leave. I mean, it's really, really egregious. Boycott this shit. Historic, if you haven't jumped off that ship at this point, I don't know what is wrong with you. Historic is beyond trash. I have not heard one positive comment in the last couple months about Historic. Anybody who mentions it, just in passing in a comment, says, yeah, I got out because everything is just this. Everything is just turn 4. Everybody's just playing this deck. Everybody's just running Goblin Rush. Everybody's just running Elf Rush. Everybody's just running Hyper Control shit. When I ask people, well, how's Brawl? Everybody's just running that 5-color Rainbow Road free casting horse shit. Or Kenrith, or that stupid blue-haired fat triple chin piece of shit that should have been banned a long time ago. Or Ugin. You have 4 choices. That's all you're going to play against. So now, if you didn't hear, they rigged the matchmaking so that those people only play against themselves, which is hilarious. But my deck is such a high win ratio that they started pairing me against them. They just started ignoring it. But it's like, yeah, you're running like a shitty 8th tier commander, but you keep winning, so we're going to now put you back up against those people. So I quit Brawl. I quit Historic. And I quit Standard, so the only thing they have left is the 2022 pre-rotated queue, which is also kind of shit. It's being ruined by about 5 individual cards, so they need to take care of that in a hurry, otherwise I'm done with Arena. F it. But in the meantime, if we can get back down to a reasonable f***ing temperature in my living room, I'll be streaming later today with my 5 new decks, all that kick the living shit out of everybody in the new format. So stay tuned for that 5-in-1 adventure, and I'll see you guys next video.